To stand in tests and trials, become unshakable, you gotta know God is reality. And that's the only thing we're dealing with. Reality. So a reason for anybody in any walk of life to get to know God, or to a reason for them to want to know God, is just simply because he is reality. He is the truth. So denying of God is literally denying of a severe element in reality. The reason for it. So before the universe is before time. So this, even in itself, in the name, before the universe, means it's not a time period. Before the universe is before time, so it's not a time period. But before we can continue there, I want to look at the consciousness of man real quick, because it's the first confirmation of the reality we live in. We live in a reality that's made of time, space, and matter. So the consciousness of man is the first confirmation of the reality in the universe that we live in. But it's a secondhand confirmation, because every single one of us was born. Every human being on the planet was born, which means there was a consciousness before they were created. And they utilized no effort and no power and no strategy to get here. But the consciousness is not bound by matter either, though. You can't, per se, put a consciousness in a jar and it stay there. You can't staple a consciousness to one location or to one item, to one thing. It's not bound by matter. It's not bound by space. It occupies no space. And it's not bound by time. And anybody who's ever had a dream can attest to this. The consciousness is literally not bound by the elements that make up the universe. And how is that possible? It's not bound by it. But at the same time, it uses the elements of the universe to prove its existence. How is that possible? Utilizes no self-will at all to exist. But it's clearly confirmed in the universe we live in today, right now. Before the universe is before time. So that means before the universe is eternal, having no beginning, no end. But at the same time, though, immaterial, because it's before matter. So it has no physical beginning, no physical end at the same time. Also before space. So spaceless don't just mean obtaining no space, no occupancy, no volume. That's not what we're talking about. Spaceless is limitless. And from here we get perfection. Spaceless is having no bound. So before the universe literally exists everywhere. Even in your imagination. There's no space, there's no occupant, there's no place that before the universe does not exist. While at the same time, because we obviously live in a universe where geometry and science and math and etc. works, we live in an orderly universe. The before the universe has intelligence, the know-how to create the universe. While at the same time, having all these elements, conscience, before the universe is conscious. Just let that sink in real quick. Before the universe is conscious, to make the decision to create the universe, obtaining no space, having no beginning, no end, immaterial, having no limits, self-sustaining power and all authority, no limits, no bounds, perfect intelligence, can literally manifest a physical, tangible subject and give it endless possibility. Conscious to make the decision to do so. Has a persona. Has character. This is before the universe. And nothing I just told you, nothing that's mentioned here on this journey so far is theoretical.